Hello, hello. I am being late. I know. I'm sorry. I just got caught up with doing so many things. I hope that my sound is okay. Hello to today's Living with Purpose. And it's almost the end of the year. I can't imagine that we almost have 2024 behind us. It has been such a crazy year for me. And I don't know how it was for you, but yesterday, I have been at my friend's house and we had a lovely dinner with quite a few very interesting people. And it looked like everybody at the table were like, oh, 2024 was quite a year. But in the end, I also feel that those years, those moments that, you know, made us feel uncomfortable are the time, like in general, those times that makes us feel really uncomfortable. Once they like finishing, we're kind of okay. Now it looks like I'm getting back on a journey, like I'm slowly leveling up. That actually those are the times when we learn the most. And it has been like somebody said that they feel like being put into the dryer or like a washing machine, that they were like boom, bounced around all year, from one struggle to another, from one hardship to another. And my experience is similar. So maybe you want to share what is your experience around 2024? And I think we have 2 days left, today and tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to say goodbye to 2024, and we're going to be welcoming 2025. If you're into spirituality, and probably you are if you resonate with my channel and with me, then you know that 2024 was the year that for certain zodiac signs and certain planet placements finished long 16-year long cycle of turmoil. And I must say that I'm a Cancer, and it has started in 2008, and 2008 is the year when I started having like real issues in my marriage that ended up with a divorce, and it has been wild since then. I must say that, I have been a single mom. I have built businesses. Some of my businesses were like, bankrupt, like especially last year. Like so 2024, I maybe that's why, because it was this 16-year cycle was just finishing, and I have a feeling like the universe, we have just this 12 months now. So come on, guys, we need to hurry up and we need to do this earth cleansing for her. And they did it all. Like everything um went away, so to speak. I remember when I got that message first, it was, I believe, somewhere in March. It was already pretty rocky on many, many fronts. It started being really, really rocky and unstable. And I got that message from my guides that girl, you need to have an earth detox. Pretty much everybody in your surroundings needs to go. We're talking about friends, relationships, everybody who's around you. They just live off you, of your energy, of your work, and it needs to end. Like we respect you the for your service, for your kindness, but that's no, you're putting your energy in the wrong place, and you need to redirect it towards yourself. You need to start loving yourself. And believe me, in March, I didn't understand what they mean. First of all, the idea of letting everybody go from my life felt scary, and it didn't feel even okay, and I felt like how do you want me to do that, universe? How do you, like, you what, like let go of like everything, like everybody? Like, it was just beyond my wildest dreams and my imagination. I just couldn't even grasp it with my head, with my mind, that it is possible. And the universe showed me that it is possible. And, if you don't take your action yourself when you're being guided towards it, then the universe steps in and makes the cleansing. So, and when the universe takes over, because something is meant to be, it's usually pretty uncomfortable, but for me, it would be uncomfortable either way because I was at the, like, I'm not the kind of person that gives up on people. I'm not the kind of person who is not going to give you another chance or opportunity if you come to me and say, I'm sorry. I'm not going to check if you're being truthful or not. If you're saying sorry, you're just sorry. So let's try to fix it. Let's try to fix it. And I wasn't that, I'm sorry. Uh, it means that it's a confirmation. And I was like, how do you want me to do it even? It's like whoa. And it did happen. So the universe stepped in and did it in a way that was highly uncomfortable. There was a lot of stress, there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of um tough decisions that I needed to make a decision. I needed to make. And I don't even, so yes, I moved out from my hometown. We sold the house. I lost the house. I quit on all of the leases from each and every apartment because we were renting few apartments because, I let go of leases everywhere where we went. I packed my stuff into the storage units, and I needed to bankrupt some of my companies. I needed to make so many difficult decisions. I needed to leave behind literally all the life that I knew, and navigate through difficult emotions. I needed to leave behind a relationship that I finally and the universe separated us because when we were together, it was like I saw the signs because I was working on myself. So sometimes when I would talk to him, I was like, oh, like you're putting some guilt on me when it's not my fault. And I was trying to communicate it, but when somebody gaslights you, obviously everything's going to be turned around. So the way I started having conversations, okay, then what do you want? If you're not happy and I do this wrong and that wrong, so what do you want to do? I was like, okay, let's do it your way. But what is your way? What is that you want? And then it was like, shh, 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 crickets all of a sudden. And I started having those kind of conversations. Okay, so if you don't, know how to what you want to do, I'm gonna follow my plan. And it was something that I was working on since like it was May, June at that point. So I've already spent good 7 months on prioritizing myself, but in a way that I would just literally that my prioritizing myself looked like I would wake up 30 minutes earlier than I usually do. In certain time zones, it would mean that I would wake up at like 4:30 a.m. in the morning just to have a 1 hour in the morning. And like the first hour in the morning, I would just completely dedicate to myself. And it didn't matter that in Europe it was already like early afternoon. I would make everybody wait. So I found that compromise. So they needed to wait additional, like I would, because I used to start some meetings like 5 a.m. in the mornings just to catch people before they finish working in Europe. I would do that very often when I was in LA. But then I was like, no, um, I'm going to show up for myself first. And then, okay, but then I will wake up 30 minutes earlier. So instead of having half an hour, I would have a whole hour for myself. Crazy, right? And I would start with meditating, with journaling. So that first step of making a decision, no, I'm going to prioritize myself. I'm going to do something for myself every morning first. That just gave me so much power. I'm talking about 1 hour, but at first it was just 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then when I enjoyed it. I kind of started feeling that additional energy that it was given, that just that decision, just that knowing that I put myself first, that in the morning, everybody needs to wait because I do something for myself first. And then going inside of me, doing some meditation, answering questions, because obviously, I have seen many courses and taken parts in it many times before, but I would always tell myself that I don't have time. maybe if you're part of my group, and you, or maybe you're part of my coaching program and we do one-on-ones, and I'm sending you those sheets and those tasks and those lists and those questions to answer. It's like, I don't have time to do it. Or just like 10 minutes or one day before our next meeting, I was like, oh shush, I was supposed to do a work. Or then on the call, you're telling me I'm not a good I'm not a I'm not a good student for you because I didn't do my homework. And it's like, I'm okay, because it's like you're doing it for yourself. And it's not like, I know, like, I'm not, maybe I don't want to say it to any of my students because I don't want them to feel bad, because I already know. I know that they feel bad with themselves, because I know that deep inside they don't fail me, because I'm just there to give them support and all of the kindness in the world. Like, you didn't do it, it's okay. You have your time. But because I know what's going on deep inside of them, because deep inside of them, they are suffering because they are failing themselves with everything, because they started this journey, they started this coaching, but then for some reason they don't have time to answer a few questions, they don't have time to fill in the chart, they don't have time because they're not, like, they don't give themselves that time. And I know it. I know how it feels because I've been in their exact shoes. And I know that they are hurting themselves, that when they say, I don't have time to do this, they actually saying themselves that I'm not important enough for myself to show up and to do those exercises. And that really hurts me. So then I'm like, don't worry, like, because I'm here to just support, to give you love, to give you that kindness that you don't give yourself. So I'm talking about it because it's maybe easier when it's not in that one-on-one interaction, because it could sound pretty harsh and painful in one-on-one conversation, which I don't want to do, because you girls, we girls, women, my lovely ladies, you are enough. You're harsh enough for yourself. Anyways, we don't want that. We need to reverse it. So that's why I'm talking about the self-love. Because if, like, would you would you talk to your friend like this? Would you bash your friend that your friend didn't answer a few questions? You wouldn't. You wouldn't, but you do that to yourself, in your mind, in your thoughts. Deep inside, you feel like you're failing. So, but then if we don't want to feel like fail, like that we're failing, right? We don't want to fail ourselves. We know we're doing that, but we don't want that. So what do? We suppress those emotions. We kind of hide them somewhere. We say, I don't have time. I'm so busy with cooking, cleaning, serving my family, taking care after elderly, taking care after my dogs, working, cleaning, like, put whatever is that you're doing. I know your life is busy. I know. And I know it's not easy to find that time for yourself. But if you do find those 15 minutes in the morning, and you're gonna say it to yourself, this is my decision today. Today, I'm making a decision that I am important for myself, and I will find time. I will prioritize myself. And this 15 minutes in the morning will be for me first. And even if it means that everybody else need to wait, they will have to wait. And they will. And just try doing that. See how it's going to happen. See how you're going to feel with yourself after a week. Or just make a decision that you're going with the challenge for the next 30 days. And let's see what's going to happen. So there you go. This is how we do it. We are starting with loving ourselves. We are starting with taking care of ourselves, with prioritizing, with making that decision that I am important. This is important because asking those questions this is like the first step towards where I want to be. You have your dream, you have your vision board. Sure, I'm not going to tell you that you're going to have it in a week. Sometimes miracles are happening, but I know that they are happening when we are ready internally. The change needs to happen within us first to then have the change in the outside world. And it is a journey. It is a journey. Whether those are limiting beliefs that is such a nice word. Oh, I have, limiting beliefs, and there's other nice terms that are stopping you from moving forward. But we can change it. You can change it. So who's with me? Who's with me on this quest of prioritizing yourself first, finding those 15 minutes a day, but making that conscious decision. Today, I am prioritizing myself, and choose what kind of activity is important for you to start your day with. If you're on the journey of discovering your purpose, you want to have a business in purpose, you just like, you want to make it, like, in general, change in your life, feel happier, more fulfilled, more energetic, like being less overwhelmed, just knowing what to do when you wake up in the morning. You need to start with going inwards, with getting inside of yourself, with getting connected with your heart, your soul, yourself. So give yourself a chance to be who you really are. I love you, and I'm here with you on this journey. And I will be spamming you a bit more with resources, with the guidance. Join my community if you have an issue with payment for the community. Please DM me, send me a message on whether you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram. Just DM me, because I do have a special program that allows you to enter with a different cost. So then we can all enjoy but I put price higher on the community, because I really want inside of the community this decisive women who really feel like this is the time in their life and they are ready to commit. They are ready to commit to make a change. So if you feel like that, don't make money be an obstacle. DM me and we'll work on a solution, because there's never lack of resources. There's always lack of resourcefulness. So there is a will, there is a way. I love you, and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.